Hey guys, welcome back to Ace of Spades Tarot. I'm Aisling. This will be a general collective reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mars. Really wherever, Aquarius is prominent in your chart. And just a reminder, this is a general reading, not a personal reading. So as always, take what resonates with your situation and the energy surrounding it, and please do leave the rest. Also a reminder that time in tarot is fluid, so whenever this reading finds you, just trust that that was when it was meant to find you. And also that gender in tarot is fluid, so don't necessarily get caught up in the characters, the gender of the characters depicted in the key cards. Always place the energy and the gender, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, so please place that where it seems fit for you. Okay. Hopefully I won't have to turn the AC on. I keep turning it off and on. It's really hot. And hopefully I can get this in before the sun affects the cards and how you can see them. Also, I don't know if anyone else, my allergies have been insanely bad recently, and allergy medicine is like, I don't even know, it's like a placebo at this point. So, if you hear me clearing my throat chakra is not blocked. It is definitely just pollen or the bug that I wake up feeling like I've swallowed every single morning. Yeah. But hey, that's just the cycle of nature. Okay. So we're going to start off with some archetype cards from Carolyn and Mrs. Archetype deck. And, these archetypes we have in all of us, at different points of our lives. There's a light attribute and a shadow attribute, as we all have dark and light within us. So it's really about, which side you feed, and so let's see what comes out here for Aquarius, please, Spirit. For Aquarius, what energy is Aquarius in right now, please, Spirit? What energy is Aquarius in right now? We just saw the beggar, so if that comes out again. One, let's see, two more. These cards are quite thick, and so please for Aquarius, Spirit, please for Aquarius. Okay, thank you. Okay. Please for Aquarius, one more please for Aquarius. What energy is Aquarius in? Time of this viewing. Nope. What energy is Aquarius in at the time of their viewing, please, Spirit? Thank you. Let's see where this is. Okay. Okay. So we have the father, the gossip, and the hero, heroine. Okay, so the father, the light attributes, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So, a guide, a leader within your community. The shadow attributes, dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Now we have the gossip. The gossip awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. And the shadow attribute thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. And then the hero and heroine. The light attribute is passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and the shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. So again, as I always say, tarot is about getting to the truth of your situation, so that it can better help guide you on your own personal journey towards the highest path for yourself and for those around you and for the community. And so this is a time for you to be honest with yourself, a space for you to be honest with yourself, just between you, and where you stand in these energies. If you can resonate with one of them, two of them, three of them, none of them, okay, maybe this isn't your reading. But if you do resonate with any of these attributes, be honest with yourself whether you're feeling like you're in the light attribute, or whether you know in your heart of hearts you're heading towards more of the shadow attribute, or if you're somewhere in the middle, and only you can know that. I can't know that. But it's not for me to know. It's for you to recognize and be honest about to yourself. You don't have to tell anyone else. This is between you and you. So, and that's what we're here. That's what we're here for. That's why the tarot. That's why the channel name is Ace of Spades. It's Ace of Swords. It's the truth. Telling the truth about getting to the heart of the truth and the truth of the matter. Okay, so I'm going to now grab a card from the El Key Oracle deck, which is She Who Is in French. But again, just because it's women depicted on the cards, we all have masculine and feminine energy. So please, it's about the energy of the card, not about whether or not the character is feminine or female. Card for Aquarius, please. Card for Aquarius, get general energy of my Aquarians, please. Thank you. She who yearns. Yearn, longing, pine for. Which to me is coming up strongly like a state of limerence, right? Or wanting things that you feel like you have no control over, because that's kind of what yearning is about, and pining is about. Because if you could control and reach out and touch the thing that you want, you wouldn't have to yearn for it. So I'm getting strongly the word limerence in my head. Interesting. And it's interesting also that she's kind of staring off into the character staring off into the sky, as this kind of father figure stares off into the sky as well, but two very different feelings. So unless maybe you're longing for children, or you're yearning for children, that could be a possibility. Just kind of came into my mind. And you also see that this hero and heroine, they're climbing this mountain, right? So it could feel like to get to wherever you need to be is a giant hurdle, and it just seems impossible to touch that sky that seems so far away. Take it as you will. Okay, so we'll get into now the tarot and see how these tie in. Trying to keep these readings, this series, shorter. It's hard. It's hard for me. Okay. For Aquarius, please, Spirit. For Aquarius, please make it clear. Show me what I need to see for Aquarius, please. No, I don't need to see all of the cards, please. Aquarius. Nope. Please, Aquarius. Okay. Oh, and the bird just almost talked. Okay. The Hermit and the Hanged Man. Wow. Two very solo energies. This is Virgo. This is major arcana for Virgo and major arcana for Pisces right off the bat. And so that's so interesting that you have those energies so strongly. So you might be doing kind of some inner searching. I think the collective, a lot of us will be going through that, especially as we, this kind of retrograde period we're in is kind of a reset and kind of a going within period. And most of when we do inner work, it has to be us with ourselves. You know, it's two different ways of doing it. The hangman chooses to tie himself, you know, and hang and see things from a new perspective to gain enlightenment, and the hermit goes on a long journey, you know, alone, a solo journey, a walkabout, you know, whatever you want to call it, to find his inner light that he can then use to guide him. So it's interesting. It's almost, you know, two sides of the same coin there, but going about it in very different ways. The Tower, Ace of Swords. Yeah, about finding the truth. So maybe there's been a tower moment, you know, because we talked a lot about being honest with ourselves and finding the truth. Yeah, and now we have justice right after that. So I think something's happened here, possibly in the recent past, that has caused this kind of energy, and it's about finding out the truth. And or some of you could be involved in some legal cases, some court battles, but the search for the truth is very strongly depicted here. And maybe it stems from gossip, from things that, like, you know, other people's shadow attributes of gossip, and being told misinformation, or, you know, trying to be a hero in a situation that doesn't, you know, it's not your battle to fight, so to speak, or your mountain to climb. But also the yearning and the longing and the pining for. So it's like it's maybe pining for the truth, pining for justice. You know, again, just we have Scorpionic energy and Aries energy. With the Tower, we have Virgo energy. We have Pisces. There's a lot of hangman. I mean, a lot of hangmans. A lot of majors for a couple of cards. Pisces energy and then Libra with justice. You know, take it as you will. You might be dealing with someone in those you know, with those prominent placements, like, you know, those. I can't speak it still. I don't know what's going on. You know, with those signs prominent in their natal chart, or could be in yours. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Capricorn energy there. Seven of Pentacles, building something. Let's see. Reverse, King of Pentacles. So we have the King and Queen of Pentacles, but the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is kind of can be a greedy, miserly energy, you know, or it can be the, you know, loss of abundance, or the lack of abundance, or, you know, you could be yearning, pining for abundance, and has planted your seeds and are waiting for them to grow, and it just feels like it's not happening, it's taking too long. Or there could be something that caused a lack of abundance in your life, you know, caused financial losses, like when this Tower hit, and then needing to reevaluate and realizing that, okay, maybe, you know, maybe we need to start over again. I still have this, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, she holds on to this one pentacle. But, you know, if she plants it, she will have soon a field. So it's similar energy. Let's see. What else for Aquarius, please, Spirit? No. What else for Aquarius, please, Spirit? What are the energies for Aquarius? What are energies for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Before the sun. Thank you. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Queen of Cups. And the Three of Cups. All right. The bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups, which is Spirit saying it's not here yet. It's not here yet. This could be what you're yearning for too, is emotional fulfillment. I'm not going to leave it upright. It's because I'm getting told you're not there yet. Maybe, I don't know, Spirit, is it that they're not ready, or that you're still in this energy of trying to figure out the truth about something and figuring out why this isn't working, because we have this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have, in the upright, then we have this Eight of Pentacles, which is putting in the hard work in reverse. And it's like, it's almost as if you want your seeds to sprout overnight. Now we have two queens on the board. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, right? This is, Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy there. And this Ace of Wands, which typically would be, a new creative endeavor, except for I am not getting that energy. I am getting that the King of Pentacles, who's usually a pretty stand-up king, he's the father figure right here, right? And to have this King of Pentacles, he's the king of, again, the tangible world. He's the father, the patriarch, that sort of thing. In the in the reverse, he would be the shadow attributes. So you have to question whether or not are you being controlling or abusing your own authority, your authority or your power over others, or are you around someone that's doing that? Because I'm seeing three people here now, two queens and a king that's in reverse, after a tower moment, or perhaps in the midst of a tower moment. And we have these Three of Cups here, which is why Spirit is saying when the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck, Spirit said not there yet, because we're still confused on what direction we want to go in. So putting in the work towards something, it's like you're yearning for this thing, you want this thing, right? And you're frustrated that you're not getting what you want, and you're trying to see things from a new perspective. You're trying to go within. But maybe whatever you're discovering, whatever truth is not what you wanted to see. So you're like, I'm just going to keep planting these seeds, but you're not putting in the real work to grow. And you're not making a decision here. We have this King of Pentacles both facing both queens, and both queens facing away. And this Three of Cups energy can be a card of celebration. It can also be a card of gossip. It could also be a card of overindulgence in partying, or in just in kind of overindulging in pleasures, and not not putting in the work that you need to be putting in, except for we have this giant Ace of Wands in the middle, which is one of the, if not the most phallic card in tarot. It is. So maybe you've been sowing some different sorts of seeds. I don't know how else to put that, to keep it try to keep it not polite, but not putting in the work to maintain those things, the seeds that you've sown, so to speak. Or maybe it's like, why isn't anything growing from because you're not putting in the work that it takes to nurture a relationship, to nourish a relationship. And these queens aren't stupid. They know it. Queen of Cups is in intuition incarnate. She knows. She's not stupid. She's like, I'm not giving you my cup. What? So you can drink it and leave me with leave me thirsty? No. And this Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm not giving you my pentacle. What? So you can spend it and go out with Queen of Cups here, or and it feels like you're going through. You're kind of in a period of stagnation where it's like, wait, why am I not winning? Because you're not putting in the effort, the due diligence, the working diligently at something, and yes, it's not always easy, and yes, it can be tedious, and yes, relationships are hard, people are hard, we're all hard. You're not perfect either. Trust. No, I'm not perfect. You're not. No one's perfect. And if you keep looking for perfect and celebrating too early, you're never going to reach that place, of emotional fulfillment, because you're always going to be pining, yearning, longing for something else. And that might be the uncomfortable truth that you are coming to realize. And the Tower moment feels like it's ongoing, like it's always going to be two people getting thrown out of their tower, right, because of a situation. But we have to question, are we causing our own Tower moments? Because a lot of times we're self-sabotaging. So, you know, between to get to that 10 of Cups, between the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups is a 7 of Cups, which is a card of illusion, which is a card of decision making, which is a card of choosing the right cup and being discerning and saying, you know, it's the not everything that glitters is gold, saying, oh, that cup looks shiny and pretty and new and I like that cup, so I'll take that cup, but not really taking the time to look and see what's inside, right? And then ending up with fool's gold. So, and that's kind of what this feels like. So we'll clarify a little bit. This seems pretty straightforward. The readings this round have been pretty straightforward. Why is the Ace of Swords here, please? 8 of Cups. Yeah, walking away from what doesn't serve you. But that's a hard thing to do, you know. Which means there's a 2 of Cups out there also. You know, it's to walk away from the 8 Cups is finally making a decision, realizing that you have to do that. Whether or not you've done it yet, only you would know. My guess is you haven't. But realizing that that's what you have to do in order to find someone whose cup is equal to yours, you know, where you're both coming together with matching cups. And you want those cups to both be full. I shouldn't just say that, because you could both come together. If you're meeting someone and your cup is empty and their cup is empty, what can you offer each other? You can't drink from each other's cups, right? Same thing. Whereas if you go to somebody whose cup is full, this Queen of Cups, or, you know, this Queen of Pentacles, and you're in the reverse, and you're, you know, you're in this feeling of lack, or in this, you know, emotion of lack, or desiring and yearning and whatnot, then you'll just drink from their cup and drain it dry. So it's you have to remember that you need to take the time apart. You need to be in this energy, which I think is what you're doing. If not, it's advice from Spirit, which is something we, you know, the Aquarians that are resonating with this reading need to be doing, to really go within and say, is this resonating with me? What do I really want? What do I really want? Because clearly what you want and what you're yearning for is 10 of Cups, is that emotional fulfillment with somebody, you know? But are you doing the work to really get it? Or are you trying to take the shortcuts? Only you would know. Why this Queen of Pentacles, please? Can you get some information on the Queen of Pentacles, please? The Fool. One more. And the 9 of Swords. Let's get one more. King of Wands. Okay. 6 of Cups. The Hierophant. Pentacles. What connects these two queens? What connects these two queens? The Emperor. It's really funny. In the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Cups. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? Thank you. High Priestess. Not following your intuition. She's there, but Knight of Cups. Yep. Offering your cup to people not following your intuition, offering your cup as a knight, not as a king. You can keep offering your cup, you know, if you want emotional fulfillment. Why is this 3 of Cups here? Why is this 3 of Cups here? Chariot. Card of Cancer. Yeah. Okay, one more, please. Oh. Excuse me for 1 second. This is not supposed to be. I'm sorry. One more. Nope. Nope. Oh, I didn't even see this here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yep. I was like, I'm missing something. And the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty clear. It's, you know, going around offering, you know, here's 2 queens. And this could be present, this could be future, this could be past. You would know. But I think you had 2 people that, two people now. You could be feminine, you be the king, or be, you know, masculine, be the queen. It's again, gender is not specific. But the King of Pentacles is kind of the pre-Emperor card, right? And so clearly it's one person that the only relationship between these two queens is this Emperor, right? Or what they thought was this Emperor. But really, the King of Pentacles in reverse is someone who's going off and offering his cup, you know, not following his intuition while he's in reverse, and going off and offering his cup to more than one person. And, you know, you have this, the Fool is taking, you know, the leap of faith, but the leap of faith that kept you up at night, right? And King of Wands, which is again very, you know, King of Wands is very fiery, very passionate energy. So, you know, this is kind of the all in your head, but maybe sating yourself, self-soothing with sex. You know, feeling like you're on this adventure. And then you have this other queen, right, who's balanced. You know, you have the 6 of Pentacles, which is Taurian energy. You know, the Fool is Aries energy. Can also be Aquarius in some ways. The King of Wands is Leo energy here. 9 of Swords, Gemini energy. But so the 6 of Pentacles, yeah, Taurus energy. The Hierophant, more Taurus energy. So, and the 5 of Pentacles, actually, that's more Taurus energy. So, dealing with someone with the Queen of Pentacles, despite it being, you know, Capricorn energy, it also has a lot of fiery energy. And, you know, this person might be a little confused on who they are. Typically she's solid, but she's also kind of a loner as a queen. I mean, every character is kind of alone in certain respects, but, you know, she's holding on tightly to her pentacle that she's kind of blocked off to everything else. And then I'm getting here with this Queen of Cups. I think this was someone that you saw you saw something with, but perhaps that person, you know, maybe they were too balanced. Maybe they weren't impulsive enough. Like, you know, they didn't feel like the same adventure that the Fool felt like. But when you were with them, you felt safe, right? You understood that their wisdom. You know, the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups are both incredibly wise, incredibly intuitive. You know, they the keys to knowledge and to the emotions and under the understanding of that. You know, the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing figure when she wants to be. She can also be very cold if she wants to be. The 5 of Pentacles is coming in out of the cold, you know, and in upright, it's kind of my spiritual impoverishment card, but in the reverse, it's coming in out of the cold. It's allowing yourself to come in out of the cold. So you might have let your guard down with this Queen of Cups, you know, but perhaps they were a little too comfortable. It was a little too comfortable. It didn't have any of the excitement, none of that King of Wands, none of that passionate energy, right? And you know, this Nine of Cups is kind of wish fulfillment, and he's sitting so much like the Emperor, you know. But you don't know what your wish fulfillment is. You're confused. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to be offering your cup to so many people. And in a way, with the way he's sitting, you know, he's guarding. If cups are our emotions, he's guarding his emotions basically with his life. Like, no one's going to touch my emotions, you know. So not really letting, again, that, and in order to be in a relationship, we have to be vulnerable with people, right? In order to get to that 10 of Cups, we have to let ourselves be vulnerable. We have to share our cups and let the other person share their cups, and we both have to, you know, and satiate our thirst. And you know, it's if you're blocking that part of you off and only using, you know, the physical, the wand energy, the you know, sacral chakra energy, and staying completely away from the heart space for fear of, you know, towers, when by doing that is causing the towers, you know. And by this Three of Wands, the celebrating, when you're not in a place to really be celebrating. And you know, Chariot, again, another card of Cancer, making decision, the Lovers card of Gemini, but the Lovers is also called the Choice. The Chariot is a card of making a decision and trusting that intuition and going forward and choosing one direction and going, right? It's kind of it's to me the pre-emperor card, you know, or pre-empress card. And the King of Swords is saying, listen, I'm going to cut out the sword of truth. He holds it, cutting out whatever is not serving me. If it's both people, cutting everything out. And I think maybe that's where you're at, is cutting everything out, starting again, gaining a new perspective, trying to go within. I know it's not easy, but getting to the truth. And the truth sometimes sucks, you know. But we have this Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which tells me that you're not, when Spirit said they're not there yet, that you don't really want to let go of and be emotionally vulnerable, right? You don't really necessarily want to do the work. Maybe you're not ready yet. That's okay. People get to things when they want to. You don't have to be, you know, there's no things will happen when it's right for you. But if you keep finding that you're yearning and you're longing, you're pining, and that's an energy of lack that you're coming from. And then you will keep finding people who are coming, you know, you'll keep finding partners or lovers or whatever, you know, that are also in that same vibration of lack. Because you meet people where, you know, you meet people where you are, in a sense. So, you know, like attracts like. So if you're, you know, you might feel like, oh, all of a sudden you have all these options, you got all those options, and you run and you're so excited, but like, you know, but you lose all the options because you can't make a decision, and then constantly feel like, oh, I keep losing this, and I feel sad, I feel sorry for myself, or I feel bad for myself, or why does this happen to me? Why? Sorry, it's just like a, you know, like kind of like a whiny little kid, because that's how you feel about like longing and pining, and you know, it's like it's kind of that limerence of that, you know, teenage romance, right? That teenage love where you feel like you're gonna die if you know, and someone, you know, the first breakup you ever have, and you just feel like you don't want to get out of bed. You're never gonna be in love again. No one will ever be for you. Your heart is just broken. But if that keeps happening every single time, right, and you can't pick yourself back up and you have to start questioning whether it's the other person or whether it's you, you know, and whether or not, and be honest, if you're doing the work and if you're ready to cut things out of your life that aren't serving your highest good, because you know intuitively what your highest good is. We all do. Whether or not we want to dig under that rug or unlock that closet door or whatever it is to get to that truth is another situation. So that's your call. Otherwise, keep having tower moments. That's fine too. You know, I mean, you know, and keep playing the field, and offering your cup and leaving a wake of kind of tears in your, in your path, or leaving tears in your wake, I should say, but it just seems like you're being, there's this indecision that's going on, and you don't understand why, but you also don't want to have to do the work. You'd rather stay in a state of longing, of pining, because maybe that's where you're comfortable. And that is instead, that's the King of Pentacles in reverse as well. That heroine, that other attribute of escapism and a false sense of heroism. Are you lying to yourself about, are you lying to yourself about who you really are? Do you think that you are, are you seeing yourself as someone you're not? Right. So this is the symbol on deck, which is very similar to, interesting. Okay, keep that. Spirit said, no, keep that. Sorry. I talk to myself sometimes. I'm just talking to my guides. It's the symbol on deck, which is kind of similar to archetypes, again, where you have to kind of see what side are you on, because both sides of this are within us. And now this is the card of gossip. The card of gossip, and feeling like there's always something better, and comparing yourself to other people, like, oh, well, like, why can't I be as pretty as her, or why can't I be as rich as him, or why do they have this, or but it's also a card of it's comparison in an unhealthy way, and not feeling good enough when you are. So please stop comparing yourself to others, because no one can walk in someone else's shoes unless they choose to do so. And that's nearly, we can have empathy, but we still have to understand that we are each our own person, and we each have our own lane and our own path and our own journey. And to compare is just, it's not worth it to do, yeah. And then we have, the character that plays the game, that thinks that can always be one move ahead. He's playing the game and is not looking at kind of the danger underneath his feet, where it's the vampire, the jester, these kind of the emotional vampire, the codependency, the jester, which is kind of a card also of foolishness and childish behavior, and it's you might think you're winning, but something could be draining you without you even seeing, without you taking a chance to look beneath. That's why we're saying look beneath the rug and open the closet door and check all the nooks and crannies, but within yourself, to see, again, are you convincing yourself you're winning when really you're self-sabotaging, and you're ignoring the bad and only choosing to see the good. So yeah, it's just questions to ask yourself, and it might take a while, and that's okay. Just this is just, we'll see next time. This is just your general check-in, and I'm sorry if sometimes these readings are harsh, or they're it's not all rainbows and butterflies. But true tarot isn't all rainbows and butterflies. We're dealing with life, and you show me a person whose entire life is rainbows and butterflies, and I will show you a person that was never born, because that doesn't exist. So anyway, Aquarius, thank you so much. As always, thank you for letting me read for you. For those of you that lasted, if you resonated with any of this, as much as it, might be something you didn't necessarily want to hear, but good to hear. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to comment. And again, if you're interested in personal reading, my email is be down in the description box. Thank you so much again, Aquarius, and namaste.